Yes, Rome, Venice, Florence, they are all truly enchanting cities. But do you think Italy's beauties are limited to just these? Italy has so much more to offer. So grab your coffee and get ready to see places you've never seen before. The town is known as a settlement established by the Romans, and it still attracts attention with its remains from the Roman era. One of its notable features is Porta Venere, a gate from the Roman period. With its narrow cobbled streets, the town has preserved its medieval atmosphere. Every year, during the Infiorata di Spello festival, the town's streets are decorated with flowers, and participants create stunning works of art using colorful petals. This natural wonder on the shores of Lake Como is a deep gorge formed by the convergence of two waterfalls. Interestingly, the old stone bridge over the gorge is said to have been a smuggling route in the past. The area captivates visitors with its natural beauty and mysterious stories. The Sacra di San Michele is a monastery built between the 10th and 11th centuries, dedicated to Saint Michael, and named in honor of this protective archangel. It is part of a line of 7 sanctuaries in Europe dedicated to Saint Michael. Located at the peak of Mount Perciriano, it sits at an altitude of about 962 meters. One of the most striking features of the monastery is the steep and impressive stone staircase known as the Scalone dei Morti. Aragonese Castle is a historic fortress located on the island of Ischia in Italy. It was originally built by the Greeks in 474 BC and later reinforced during the Roman era. The castle sits on a small volcanic islet connected to Ischia by a narrow stone bridge. In 1441, it was rebuilt by Alfonso of Aragon, the King of Naples. Known as the Pearl of the Dolomites, Lake Brise is famous for its turquoise waters and stunning mountain scenery. During World War II, the lake was used by the Nazis as a hiding place for hostages. Today, it's a favorite spot for nature lovers and photographers seeking tranquility. Chiusa sits along the banks of the Adige River, and the calmness of the river adds a unique sense of peace to the town. The narrow streets, pastel-colored historic buildings, and surrounding natural beauty have often been captured in artwork. That's why Chiusa is also known as the Town of Artists. It's included in the list of the most beautiful villages in Italy. Located in South Tyrol, it's a region where German and Italian cultures blend together. Arcamagno is located in the Calabria region and gets its name from the large natural rock arch that provides access to the beach. It's famous for its turquoise and crystal clear waters. The beach is quite small and surrounded by high cliffs, making it secluded and peaceful. For this reason, it's often referred to as a hidden paradise. Part of Abruzzo National Park, Scano is a town that has preserved its medieval charm with narrow stone streets, ancient stone houses, and arched passageways. It's especially known for Lago di Scano, a heart-shaped lake. The town is famous for its traditional gold and silver craftsmanship, particularly the Presentosa necklaces, which are a cultural symbol of the region. Built in the 11th century, this castle sits at an altitude of 1,460 meters, making it one of the highest castles in Europe. Thanks to its strategic location, it played a major role in both defense and control over the region. The area where the castle is located was abandoned after a massive earthquake in 1703. She appeared in historical films like Lady Hawk and The Name of the Rose. Montepulciano, with its narrow cobblestone streets, stunning palaces, and historic squares, is a perfect example of Renaissance and medieval architecture. It was featured in Twilight New Moon, standing in for the city of Volterra, the home of the Volturi vampire clan. Sitting 605 meters above sea level, it offers breathtaking views of the Val d'Orcia and Val di Chiana regions. It's also the birthplace of the world-famous Vino Nobile di Montepulciano wine, a red wine made from local grape varieties. Valle dei Mulini gets its name from the ancient water mills once used for paper production. Starting in the 13th century, Amalfi became famous for the paper made in this valley, but by the 19th century, it was abandoned. Over time, most of these structures were reclaimed by nature, covered in vegetation. With its silence and mysterious atmosphere, it attracts travelers looking for exploration. Near Verona, this stunning sanctuary carved into the mountainside was built in the 16th century. What's fascinating is that reaching the church requires climbing a steep path or an ancient staircase. Surrounded by mountains, it has served as a retreat for pilgrims seeking solitude and peace. Located in Italy's Aosta Valley, this fortress was rebuilt in the 19th century by the Kingdom of Sardinia. Interestingly, when it was seized by Napoleon's army, the resistance lasted only 2 weeks, after which Napoleon ordered its complete destruction. The reconstructed fortress is now a museum and a hub for cultural events. The town, nominated for the UNESCO World Heritage List, is known as the Dying City because erosion is slowly wearing away the rocks and making it smaller. To reach the town, you have to cross a pedestrian bridge, and only a few permanent residents remain. The town was built by the Etruscans and later expanded by the Romans. The Ninfa Gardens, located in the Lazio region, were established in the early 20th century on the site of an abandoned medieval town. Home to over 1,300 plant species, it is considered one of the most romantic gardens in the world. The fusion of history and nature makes it feel like a fairy tale realm. Venice's famous opera house, Teatro La Fenice, lives up to its name, the Phoenix, as it has been destroyed by fire and rebuilt multiple times. Interestingly, it has hosted the world premieres of works by renowned composers like Bellini, Verdi, and Rossini. It holds a unique place in both architecture and music history. This charming village on the shores of Lake Garda gets its name from its lemon gardens and is one of the regions with the longest life expectancy in the world. The reason for this is a rare type of protein found in the blood of the locals. This protein protects the heart and blood vessels, making them resistant to heart diseases despite high cholesterol levels. This is a peaceful and tranquil spot away from the tourist crowds. The gallery was built in the late 19th century and is a stunning example of Art Nouveau style. Its interior walls are covered with frescoes by Giuseppe Cellini, celebrating the virtues and everyday lives of women. The top of the gallery is left open, allowing natural light to stream in and bring out the vibrant colors of the frescoes. It's a town located at the foot of the Dolomite Mountains, at an altitude of 1,060 meters, with its narrow streets and traditional Tyrolean-style houses featuring wooden balconies. It looks like something out of a fairy tale. The town's most striking landmark is its 18th century Baroque bell tower. It is famous for the traditional costume festival held every year. It is especially a popular destination for hiking and winter sports. Alberobello was added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1996 due to the unique architecture and historical significance of its Trullo houses. In the 17th century, the feudal lords of the region had these houses built in a way that they could easily be torn down to avoid taxes. When tax collectors arrived, the roofs were quickly removed to show that the structures were not actually houses. The markings on the roofs were used to protect the inhabitants from evil. This hidden gem in Liguria is known for its stone bridges, narrow streets, and crystal-clear streams. The natural pools and waterfalls near this village are part of a unique ecosystem created by underground water sources. Interestingly, some old structures in the village are said to contain hidden passages, reportedly used to escape pirate attacks. Located on the shores of Lake Como, this villa was built in the 18th century as a retreat for a cardinal. Interestingly, it has been used as a set for many famous films, including Star Wars Episode II and Casino Royale, blending its history with the world of cinema. This historic tuna fishery in Sicily dates back to the 13th century and is famous for its stunning rocky landscapes. Interestingly, it was once the site of traditional fishing methods called matanza, a bloody tuna hunt that held great cultural significance for the locals throughout history. The cave is a natural lava tunnel formed during the 1669 eruption of Mount Etna. Inside, it contains water springs that support the growth of diverse vegetation. Ancient sailors believed the cave was blessed by the gods and offered a safe haven. Located in San Cataldo Bay, this cave is a natural wonder worth exploring for adventurers. This historic villa, located on the shores of Lake Como, is one of the most elegant structures in the area. Built as a monastery in the 12th century, Villa Monastero is now famous for its botanical gardens. Visitors are captivated by the stunning lake views and the elegance of the Italian Renaissance. According to legend, those who visit here find peace and inspiration. Hidden on Italy's Amalfi Coast, this natural wonder looks like it's straight out of a fairy tale. Fiordo di Furore, a mountain gorge meeting the sea, enchants visitors with its breathtaking views and serene atmosphere. Once a hideout for pirates, this cove is now a romantic getaway spot. Rising in Italy's Puglia region, this magnificent castle is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Known for its unique octagonal architecture, built in the 13th century, Castel del Monte is neither entirely a fortress nor a palace. Its purpose remains a mystery. Situated on the shores of Lake Como, this enchanting villa is a paradise of architecture and gardens. Built in the 18th century as a wedding gift, Villa Carlotta is famous for its sculptures, paintings, and seasonal gardens. The camellias and azaleas that bloom in spring are particularly stunning. Known as the Little Venice of Umbria, this charming village is famous for its crystal-clear water canals flowing between stone houses. Renowned for its medieval watermills and weaving industry, Rasiglia feels like a village frozen in time. Strolling through its narrow streets, accompanied by the sound of flowing water, is an enchanting experience. Nestled at the foot of the Dolomites, Carersey dazzles with its sapphire and emerald hues. Surrounded by spruce forests and reflecting the Ladomar Mountain, the lake looks like a masterpiece painting. Renowned for its natural beauty, it's a paradise for hikers and photography enthusiasts. Located in the heart of Rome, this stunning gallery houses the art collection of the Colonna family, dating back to the 14th century. With fresco-adorned halls reflecting Baroque grandeur and legendary paintings, it offers a journey through time. Its Grand Hall, in particular, mesmerizes visitors with its interplay of light and decoration. The island is located in Lake Maggiore in northern Italy. In Italian, its name means beautiful island. One of its most remarkable features is the Italian Baroque gardens designed in terraces. These gardens are filled with exotic plants, fountains, and even white peacocks. Before the Borromeo family took over, it was just a simple fishing village. Cracco is an abandoned village in the Basilicata region of southern Italy. It was evacuated and completely deserted in the 1960s due to landslides and again in the 1980s after major earthquakes. Now it's known as a ghost town. The village dates back to the 8th century and was originally founded by the Romans. It's also been featured in productions like The Passion of the Christ and James Bond. Val di Funes is part of the Dolomites and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's famous for the Geisler Mountains in the background and its hiking trails. This peaceful and quiet destination is far from tourist crowds. It's especially known for the St. Magdalena Church, making it a favorite spot for photographers. The southern coast of Capri is home to 3 massive limestone rock formations that rise from the sea. They've been shaped over hundreds of years by waves and wind. Each rock has its own name: Stella, Mezzo. The one in the middle is the most famous. It has a tunnel-like hole running through it, and boats can pass right through. Scopolo. This one is the farthest from the shore and is home to unique species like the blue lizard. Rome's bohemian neighborhood Trastevere is famous for its narrow streets, historic stone houses, and lively nightlife. Interestingly, the Santa Maria in Trastevere Basilica here is believed to be the first public Christian place of worship in Rome, making the area historically and culturally unique. This extraordinary chapel in Milan is known for its interior, decorated with human bones. Interestingly, these bones were placed here in the 17th century after overcrowded cemeteries were cleared. This striking and slightly eerie sight serves as a reminder of the fine line between life and death. This colorful island in the Venetian lagoon is famous for its pastel-hued houses. Burano is not only known for its beauty, but also for its handmade lacework crafted with intricate detail. According to legend, the vibrant houses were painted to help fishermen find their way in foggy weather. It's a 5-story sacred complex built on the peak of a rock, stretching up to 70 meters high. To reach it, you have to climb a staircase with 131 steps. This holy site is dedicated to Saint Romadio, a wealthy man who gave away his fortune to the poor and chose to live a hermit's life. According to legend, he tamed a bear and traveled on its back. It was established around the year 1000 as a hermitage and was gradually expanded into the complex we see today. It is a natural canyon located on the shores of Lake Como. This stunning natural wonder was formed over the years as water eroded the rocks, creating a deep gap. In the past, the water energy here was used to meet the electricity needs of the local settlements. It is believed that water fairies and nature spirits once lived in the area, which adds to the mystique of the region. Known as the Jewel of Calabria, Tropea is famous for its stunning beaches perched on rocky cliffs. Interestingly, its history dates back to ancient Rome, and legend has it that the city was founded by Hercules. The breathtaking coastal views and the Santa Maria dell'Isola Monastery make it a unique destination. The thermal waters of Saturnia have been flowing for around 3,000 years. They've been used since the times of the Etruscans and Romans. With a temperature of 37.5 degrees Celsius, the water is rich in minerals like sulfur, calcium, and magnesium. It's known to help with skin conditions, joint pain, and respiratory issues. According to legend, the god Saturn, tired of human conflicts, sent a lightning bolt to Earth, creating these natural hot springs. Misurina Lake is surrounded by the Dolomite Mountains and sits at an altitude of 1,754 meters. It's considered one of the most important mountain lakes in the Dolomites, known as one of the regions with the cleanest air in Europe. It's especially beneficial for those with asthma or respiratory issues. According to legend, a girl named Misurina needed a mirror to make her wishes come true. But when the mirror fell to the ground, it created this magical lake. In the 16th century, Pier Francesco Orsini designed this garden in memory of his wife, Giulia Farnese. After her death, he built it as a way to express his grief and emotions. More than just an ordinary Renaissance garden, it breaks from tradition with its mystical and unusual sculptures. The park is filled with stone statues depicting mythical creatures, gigantic animals, and grotesque human figures. This church in Venice is home to one of the world's largest canvas paintings. What makes it fascinating is its ceiling, entirely covered with a massive fresco painted on canvas. Giovanni Antonio Fumiani spent 24 years creating this masterpiece, depicting the martyrdom of Saint Pantalon, leaving visitors in awe. Located on the island of Capri, this villa was built by Swedish doctor Axel Munthe. An intriguing detail is the column in its garden, which was brought from the ruins of an ancient Roman villa. The villa is also famous for its panoramic views and Munthe's book, The Story of San Michele, which captivates literature and history enthusiasts. Rome's on our next adventure, we'll continue exploring Italy's hidden gems. Let us know in the comments which places you'd like us to discover. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones.